what? Similes, metaphors, and hyperboles. And we said that similes were what? When we use similes in our writing, we're using a simile to do what? Compare. When we use similes, what words do we recognize or use to see that we're making a comparison? We're using like or as. Now, when I say the word metaphor to you, what pops into your head? What are we doing when we use a metaphor?
Comparing without using like or as.
Awesome job, Maya. Very good. We're comparing without using the words like or as. And since we just got done watching the movie, is it a simile or is it a metaphor? And we're going to use similes and metaphors, and we're going to identify similes and metaphors. So here we go. Have you ever been as hungry as a lion? You can answer. Have you ever been as hungry as a lion?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is your brother a bear in the mornings?
Yes.
These are examples of a simile and a metaphor. Which one is which? Don't say it yet. We're gonna figure out. So, similes compares two unlike things using the words
Like
or as. Awesome. He swims like a fish. But what does that mean? My son swims like a fish at home, but when I say he swims like a fish, what am I talking about? Somebody raise your hand and tell me, what am I talking about?
He swims good.
He swims good. How do fish swim? Do they swim above water or do they swim underwater? Underwater. Do fish swim fast or do they swim slow? Like a fish because he swims underwater, he swims fast, and he's not afraid of the water. 1 second, Kevin. Metaphors. Compare two unlike things. Does not use like or as. My brother's room is a pig pen. What does that mean? How many of you have brothers? How many of their rooms are clean? How many of their rooms are dirty? Are pigs clean?
No.
No. So tell me, Sienna, about your brother's room. It's very, very messy. Tell me about it.
Like all his clothes are everywhere, his toys are everywhere.
So it's safe to say that if you walked into his room, it would look like pigs that live in a pen. Messy, sloppy. Good job. Now, we're going to like a what? Don't call out. What sparkles in one of these pictures? What sparkles? And these pictures move, so you're going to come up and you're going to move them on the smartboard. Casey, come on up. Your eyes sparkle like a diamond. Nice job. And girls, you want big diamonds when you get older. Your teeth were as white as a...
I know.
Your teeth are as white as a... Come on up. And the next person that's going to come up, Marissa, you can come up right after Brandon and do our next one. Your teeth was as white as a clamshell, an oyster shell? What's inside of it, Brandon?
A pearl.
A pearl, good job. My love was like a rose. School is as strict as a, oh boy. Go ahead, Shayla. He swims like a, go ahead, Jamil. He swims like a what? He swims like a fish. Good job. Mrs. Hughes runs as slow as a... Slow as a what? A snail, a book, or money?
I love money.
Good job.
So, Jamil, what are you learning about today?
Similes and metaphors.
Okay, and why is that important to learn about similes?
To understand reading, writing, and what people are saying. To know if they're lying or telling the truth.
Okay, Maya, can you tell me a little bit about what you're learning today?
We're learning about figurative language like similes, metaphors, and hyperboles.
Okay, and why is that important?
It's important because if you don't know about it, you won't be able to tell if someone's being honest or not.
For this lesson, I did a lesson on similes and metaphors. Using classroom instruction that works and looking at the data, I found that 5th grade was lacking in similes and metaphors. So, in reference to our upcoming story, Similes and metaphors is a strategy that we're going to be working on for the students' writing, so I decided to do a whole lesson on similes and metaphors using the SMART board and the SMART exchange.